Have you ever felt like you're running away from yourself, but no matter how fast you go, you can't escape? Today I'll reveal the shocking truth about why we flee from our own thoughts and emotions. Picture this. Sarah, a successful marketing executive, wakes up every morning and immediately grabs her phone. She scrolls through social media for an hour, avoiding that uncomfortable silence in her mind. Friends, write in the comments where you're watching us from, and hit like if you want to discover the most unexpected truth. Dr. Rachel Martinez, a renowned psychologist, told me something that completely shattered my worldview. She said we're not actually running from ourselves. We're running from outdated programs installed in childhood. Imagine your mind as a smartphone filled with apps you downloaded years ago but never use. These mental apps keep running in the background, draining your battery and slowing everything down. The fear of being alone with our thoughts? That's just one toxic app called constant stimulation addiction. Remember Tom from accounting who couldn't sit through a movie without checking his phone 17 times? He wasn't addicted to social media. He was terrified of the silence between notifications. But here's where it gets really wild. Our ancestors never had this problem. They spent hours in contemplative silence, hunting, gathering, just being present with themselves. Suddenly, productivity became our identity, and stillness felt like failure. We started measuring our worth by how busy we appeared, not how peaceful we felt. The corporate world amplified this madness. If you're not grinding, you're dying, they proclaimed. But neuroscience reveals something incredible. Our brains literally shrink when we avoid introspection. Dr. Martinez showed me brain scans of people who practiced self-reflection versus chronic avoiders. The difference was shocking. Like comparing a withered plant to a blooming garden. People who run from themselves develop what I call emotional amnesia. They forget who they really are. They become walking performances, playing characters they think others want to see. Lisa, a client I worked with, hadn't been alone with her thoughts for 3 years. "It feels like I'm drowning in my own mind," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. But then something beautiful happened. We discovered her tears weren't from pain, but from relief. For the first time in years, she was meeting herself again, like greeting an old friend. The truth is, we're not running from ourselves. We're running from outdated stories about ourselves. That inner critic telling you you're not good enough? That's not your voice. It's an echo. Probably your third-grade teacher who said you'd never amount to anything, still playing on repeat. Or maybe your parents' unfulfilled dreams, projected onto you like a movie screen. The revolutionary part? You can change the channel anytime you want. Step 1. Start with just 60 seconds of intentional solitude. No phone, no music, nothing. Don't try to meditate or achieve anything profound. Just breathe and notice what comes up. Most people discover their minds are like untrained puppies, chaotic but not dangerous. Mark from Chicago realized he was organizing his sock drawer to avoid processing his divorce. Once he saw the pattern, it lost its power over him completely. Step 3. Replace escape with gentle curiosity. What am I actually feeling right now? Not to fix or change anything, just to observe like a friendly scientist. When she stopped running from it, her anxiety became her superpower for detecting opportunities. Step 4. Create what I call friendship appointments with yourself. Scheduled, sacred alone time. Treat these meetings like you would with your most important client. Non-negotiable. James, a CEO, started taking himself on monthly solo retreats to fancy hotels. Step 5. Practice the hello, old friend technique when difficult emotions arise. Instead of, oh no, not sadness again, try, hello sadness, what do you need to tell me? This single shift transforms your inner world from war zone to wisdom center. The most successful people I know aren't the ones who never feel uncomfortable emotions. Think of emotions like weather patterns. They're temporary, informative, and always changing. You wouldn't run away from rain. You'd grab an umbrella and wait for it to pass. But here's the most mind-blowing part. When you stop running, you discover something incredible. You're not broken, damaged, or flawed. You're a masterpiece, temporarily covered in dust. Anger shows you your boundaries. Fear points to what matters most. Sadness honors what you've lost. When Maria stopped running from her grief over her mother's death, something magical happened. Her tears became a bridge connecting her to her mother's love, not a wall separating them. I realized I wasn't sad because she was gone, Maria told me. I was grateful because she existed. This is what happens when you stop being your own refugee and become your own best friend. The running stops not because you've escaped yourself, but because you've come home to yourself. Your mind transforms from enemy territory into your most trusted sanctuary. And the most beautiful part? Once you make peace with yourself, everything else becomes easier. Relationships improve because you're no longer projecting your inner chaos onto others. Work becomes more fulfilling because you're operating from authenticity, not desperation. Even your physical health improves because stress hormones stop flooding your system constantly. So tonight, I challenge you to try something radical. Sit with yourself for 5 minutes. Remember, you're not running away from a monster. You're running toward your greatest treasure. The journey home to yourself is the most important adventure you'll ever take.